Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where we unlock the mysteries of rare and forgotten coins that could be sitting right in your drawers, waiting to make you rich. Today, we bring to light an extraordinary piece of numismatic heritage, the Australian 1-cent coin from the year 1977 with no mint mark. This small, unassuming copper coin is now turning heads in the collector's world for its rarity, charm, and unexpected value. The story of the 1977 Australian 1-cent coin begins with Australia's transition in currency systems. Introduced in 1966 as part of Australia's decimalisation process, the 1-cent coin played a foundational role in everyday transactions. Made from bronze and featuring the image of a feathertail glider, a native Australian marsupial, it was a coin that every Australian once had in their pockets. But something about the 1977 edition sets it apart. This particular 1-cent coin, minted in 1977 and lacking any mint mark, is not just a regular coin. It is a silent witness to a historic year, the year when Queen Elizabeth II celebrated her Silver Jubilee. Coin production that year remained ordinary on the surface, but for collectors, variations in strike, subtle die errors, and limited numbers made these coins an incredible discovery. While millions were minted, very few pristine or error-free specimens have survived the decades. The no mint mark 1977 version has become a rarity in top grades. What elevates its appeal is not only its age, but the cultural and historical relevance it carries. It's a reminder of Australia's 70s era, a time of transformation and national pride. One reason this coin is creating so much buzz is the condition in which it's found. While circulated coins may fetch modest amounts, uncirculated or proof-like versions with sharp strikes and minimal wear can command eye-watering figures. In some rare auctions, exceptional specimens of the 1977 no mint mark 1-cent coin have reached values close to 1,500 Australian dollars, and even higher when collectors compete. Why does such a small coin hold so much value today? It's because of scarcity, demand, and historical context. Unlike commemorative coins minted in large numbers, the finest examples of this piece are few and far between. Collectors from around the world search for coins like this to complete their Australian cent collections. And when competition heats up, so does the price. In the world of numismatics, the tiniest details can make the biggest difference. Some versions of this 1977 coin are known to have slight die rotations, rim errors, or double strikes. These rare characteristics push the price even further. What seems like a small flaw to the untrained eye is actually a golden ticket for an experienced collector. So if you're lucky enough to stumble upon a 1977 Australian 1-cent coin in brilliant, uncirculated condition, don't overlook it. Clean it carefully, or better yet, don't clean it at all, and take it to a professional grader. Coins that are slabbed and certified as MS65 or higher can see their value multiply significantly. These coins are more than money. They are pieces of Australian history. From the feathertail glider motif to the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Mackin on the obverse, every detail speaks to a time when craftsmanship mattered deeply in minting. And now, that attention to detail is paying off decades later. What also adds to its mystique is that it's no longer in circulation. The Australian government withdrew 1 and 2 cent coins from circulation in 1992 due to rising production costs. Since then, many were melted down, making surviving examples from the 70s even more valuable and desirable. Collectors across Australia, the UK, and even the United States are actively seeking this coin. Online marketplaces, specialty auctions, and coin expos frequently list this coin as one of the hidden gems. If you own one, you're holding onto a treasure that could grow in value year after year. We've seen a rise in coin collecting as both a hobby and an investment. People are waking up to the idea that small coins can lead to big returns. And this 1977 1-cent is the perfect example. Imagine finding one in your family's old coin jar. That's not just nostalgia, that's opportunity knocking. Don't wait for the value to drop or for others to scoop up the best specimens. The time to act is now. Whether you want to sell it or hold on to it as part of your own collection, the 1977 1-cent coin is a worthy asset. Its value lies not only in metal, but in memory and meaning. We've spoken to experts, auction houses, and long-time collectors, and they all agree. This is a coin with potential. Some even predict that, in the next 5 years, The finest examples could fetch up to $3,000 or more, especially if coin investing continues to grow globally. So go ahead, check your old jars, visit garage sales, look through estate collections. You might just find this reddish-brown gem sitting unnoticed, waiting to change your life. It's not just a coin, it's a legacy. And remember, every coin tells a story. The 1977 Australian 1 cent with no mint mark tells one of history, scarcity, beauty, and now, incredible value. Don't miss your chance to be part of this story. Next up, the legendary 1976 Australian 1 cent coin with no mint mark. At first glance, it may seem like just another bronze coin, but don't be fooled. This unassuming little coin could be the hidden treasure sitting in your old drawer, waiting to transform your life. The 1 cent coin has been a part of Australia's currency system since decimalisation in 1966. Crafted from a bronze alloy of copper, tin, and zinc, it bore the image of Queen Elizabeth II on one side and the iconic feathertail glider, a native Australian marsupial, on the other. The 1976 edition continued this tradition, but there's something about that year's coinage that excites collectors, investors, and historians alike. The 1976 1 cent coin is not just a piece of currency. It is a story, a relic, a slice of Australia's economic and cultural identity. No mint mark is visible on the standard issues of these coins, which makes identification more thrilling and mysterious. While most collectors chase coins based on errors or mint marks, here, the intrigue is about subtle features, condition, and history. Why was the 1976 1 cent coin produced? During the mid-70s, Australia was still adjusting to the decimal system, and massive numbers of these bronze coins were minted to support circulation needs. But over the years, due to inflation and changing policies, the 1 cent coin was slowly phased out and finally withdrawn from circulation in 1992. This means any surviving coins from earlier years, especially in pristine condition, have become increasingly rare and desirable. The value of the 1976 Australian 1 cent coin has steadily risen as collectors seek to preserve a piece of everyday life from a time gone by. While many were lost, melted down, or damaged, those rare ones that remain in near-perfect condition are now attracting high prices. What was once pocket change is now a prized collectible. This is where the excitement begins. A brilliant uncirculated 1976 1 cent coin, flawless in its shine, untouched by time, has been known to reach values up to $5,000 or even more at specialty auctions. In rare cases where the coin has unique toning, exceptional luster, or is part of a sealed mint roll, the price can skyrocket beyond expectations. The market is on fire for vintage coins, and this humble 1 cent is right in the spotlight. Coin dealers and passionate collectors are on the hunt, scouring flea markets, estate sales, and online auctions. They know the value of heritage, and they are willing to pay for it. That's why, if you have a 1976 1 cent coin hiding somewhere in your home, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Let's talk about motivation. You don't need to be a millionaire to find treasure. You just need curiosity, a keen eye, and perhaps a little bit of luck. The most valuable finds are not always made in banks or vaults. Sometimes, they're found in old jars, beneath furniture, or tucked away in dusty coin albums. Every collector's dream is to find that one coin, that one overlooked piece, that turns out to be worth a fortune. Some collectors even seek out full sets from the 1970s, and owning a 1976 edition in mint state helps complete that journey. If yours is in great shape, it might be the missing piece they're desperately looking for. That makes your coin even more valuable on the open market. Auctions, online coin forums, and collectors' expos are buzzing with energy as people seek to own a piece of Australia's coinage history. It's not just about money. It's about pride. It's about the joy of holding something authentic, historic, and beautifully crafted. It's about legacy. The 1976 1 cent coin represents a simpler time. And in today's fast-paced world, nostalgia has value too. Emotional value often translates to monetary value in the collector's universe. Now, imagine showcasing your 1976 1 cent coin in a high-grade display case, certified by a top grading service like PCGS or NGC. That single decision could multiply its value several times. Coin grading is key in unlocking the true potential of your collectible. A coin that looks ordinary to you may be worth hundreds to someone else if graded professionally. So here's your call to action. Check your coin jars, your drawers, your old wallets. Ask your parents and grandparents. That 1 cent coin you've ignored for years might just be your winning lottery ticket. And when you find it, treat it with care. Preserve it, grade it, and explore its full potential. Collectors from around the world are always in search of such rarities, and thanks to global marketplaces, you can easily reach thousands of potential buyers willing to pay top dollar for the right coin. The digital age has made coin selling easier and more profitable than ever. This is not just about collecting coins. It's about collecting stories. Each coin has passed through the hands of Australians, through shops and schools, and now into your collection. Every scratch, every shine, it tells a story of its journey through time. And if you're lucky enough to find a perfectly preserved one, you're holding history in your hands. That's not just valuable. That's priceless. Ladies and gentlemen, never underestimate the power of old money. The 1976 Australian 1 cent coin proves that even the smallest denominations can carry the largest rewards. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and never stop believing that you might just be the next person to strike coin gold. Next up, the 1970 Australian 1 cent coin with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. A tiny, reddish-brown coin made from bronze, often forgotten in old drawers and dusty jars, could be your gateway to a small fortune. Buckle up as we journey through time, history, and hidden value. The 1970 1 cent coin is not just a simple piece of currency. It's a hidden gem from the era when coins were crafted with care, precision, and a sense of national identity. It was part of Australia's post-decimal currency revolution that began in 1966, and by 1970, the coins had already started gaining collector interest. This particular coin was minted in the Royal Australian Mint, and while millions were struck, some came out without the mint mark, a tiny detail that now makes a massive difference. So why is the no mint mark version of the 1970 1 cent coin so valuable? Because it's rare, because it's mysterious, and because collectors all over the world are constantly searching for coins that break the mold, quite literally. Mint errors, even tiny ones like the absence of a mint mark, elevate a coin's value significantly. In this case, a missing mint mark transforms a regular bronze cent into a collector's dream. Now, imagine for a moment that you found such a coin in your grandfather's old coin box, or slipped inside an envelope from the past. That's not just a lucky find. That could be the discovery of a lifetime. On auction sites, private coin dealers, and even international collector forums, the demand for rare Australian coins is skyrocketing. And among the hottest items on their radar? Yes, the 1970 no mint mark 1 cent. People from around the globe, Australia, the United States, Canada, and even parts of Europe, are on the lookout for this elusive coin. Social media groups, collector clubs, and numismatic societies are constantly buzzing about rare cents and their values. There have been online discussions with thousands of members trying to find, trade, or evaluate their old coins. In many of these conversations, the 1970 1 cent coin, without a mint mark, often makes an appearance. What makes this even more exciting is the price potential. While a standard circulated 1 cent coin might not catch anyone's eye, the rare no mint mark variety can command significant prices. In top condition, that is, if the coin has been preserved well or graded as uncirculated by a professional, its value can soar to hundreds, and in exceptional cases, even up to 6,000 Australian dollars or more. Yes, this tiny coin could be worth far more than its weight in gold. But the value isn't only in money. It's in history. This coin carries with it the essence of a nation transitioning into modern currency systems, reflecting a time when every cent mattered and every coin was a piece of artistry. The iconic image of the feather-tailed glider on the reverse side represents Australia's unique wildlife and design sensibility. This coin is a tribute to craftsmanship and national pride. The 1970 issue was a part of everyday Australian life. People used it to buy lollies, newspapers, and daily necessities. It jingled in the pockets of children, farmers, and shopkeepers. It tells the story of a simpler time. And now, it tells a story of unexpected wealth, for those wise enough to recognize it. Let's talk numbers. Coin collectors are not just hobbyists anymore. They are investors, historians, and treasure seekers. Rare coin auctions in Australia and abroad have seen dramatic increases in prices, especially for error coins or limited issue cents. Collectors are always seeking the next big find, and the 1970 1 cent, without a mint mark, is on many of their watch lists. And what's more motivating than knowing that something so small could change your financial future? Imagine the thrill of digging through a jar of coins and finding a tiny bronze disc that could bring in hundreds or thousands of dollars. The feeling is indescribable, part surprise, part victory, and part joy. So why was this coin even made without a mint mark? That's a mystery still debated by numismatists. Some say it was a production error. Others believe it may have been intentional. Regardless of the cause, the result is a coin that breaks the rules, and that's what collectors love the most. It's a beautiful accident, a perfect mistake, and a timeless piece of numismatic curiosity. Every now and then, one of these coins pops up in auctions and quickly disappears into private collections. That shows how desirable and competitive this market is. If you have one, you're sitting on something more than old change. You're holding a key to history, and possibly a very profitable one. This coin isn't just valuable because it's rare. It's valuable because it's a part of Australia's identity. It represents transition, innovation, and the detail-driven world of minting. It captures the essence of 1970s Australia and places it forever in your palm. So, dear viewers, if you're watching this and wondering whether that small coin you've kept for decades is worth anything, it might just be. Pull out that old jar, open that drawer, check those coin albums. You never know what treasure is waiting to be found. The 1970 Australian 1-cent coin, with no mint mark, is not just a coin. It's a story, a symbol, a potential fortune. And most importantly, it's a reminder that even the smallest things in life can hold the greatest value. If you have one of these coins, treasure it. Protect it. Get it evaluated. Because who knows, it might just change your life.